walking alone in the streets.
Legends never die when the world is calling.
Invincible. Bring the beat back. Bring the beat back.
Please.
Unmute your mic, Pavitra. Yeah, now it's okay.
Okay.
We can start.
The greatest enemy of knowledge is not ignorance, it is the illusion of knowledge. Good afternoon to all the dignitaries, guests, and delegates. I feel privileged to extend my warm welcome to all present here for the guest lecture of the Computer Science and Engineering Association. I am excited to welcome you all with great joy and immense exultation.
Let us begin the session with a prayer. Prayer should be the key of the day and the lock of the night. Let's all stand and join our hands for the prayer.
பச்சைமயில் வாகனனே சிவபால சுப்பிரமணியனே வா என் நிச்சயம் மேலே வைத்தே எல்லவும் பயமில்லையே பச்சைமயில் வாகனனே சிவபால சுப்பிரமணியனே வா என் நிச்சயம் மேலே வைத்தே இல்லவும் பயமில்லையே அலைக்கடலோரத்திலே எங்கள் அன்பான சண்முகனே அலையா மனம் தந்தாய் உனக்கு ஆனந்த கோடி நமஸ்காரம் அலைக்கடலோரத்திலே எங்கள் அன்பான சண்முகனே அலையா மனம் தந்தாய் உனக்கு ஆனந்த கோடி நமஸ்காரம் கொச்சை மொழியானாலும் உன்னை கொஞ்சி கொஞ்சி பாடிடுவே சர்ச்சையெல்லாம் மறைந்ததப்பா எங்கும் சாந்தி நிலவதப்பா கொச்சை மொழியானாலும் உன்னை கொஞ்சி கொஞ்சி பாடிடவே இங்கு சர்ச்சையெல்லாம் மறைந்ததப்பா எங்கும் சாந்தி நிறைந்ததப்பா.
Thank you for the devotional song. Welcome the challengers. Look for the opportunities in every situation to learn and grow in wisdom. Now, I would like to call Mr. Abhinash, Joint Secretary, Computer Science and Engineering Association from 3rd year to deliver the welcome address.
Good afternoon. I dedicate my warm welcome to one and all present here. I would like to start this event by welcoming the correspondent Thirupi Sachidanandan and our principal Dr. V. Balusamy, who are contributing to the growth of our college in a better place. I would like to extend my warm welcome to Dr. N. Shanti, head of the department. Her idea of student centricity has assured several developments towards strengthening the students' achievements, academics, and sports spirits. I feel extremely privileged to welcome our chief guest, Ms. B. THANGA PAVITHRAA, machine learning engineer, Audi AG, Germany, who has kindly consented to deliver a special lecture on Dare to Dream Big and who's our alumni too. Next, I would like to welcome the supporting pillars of this event, our faculty coordinators, Dr. R.C. Suganti, Dr. K. Nirmala Devi, Dr. P. Vishnuraja, and Mr. B. Krishnakumar and Ms. C. Sagana. I would like to welcome our beloved faculties who take enormous efforts for making students knowledgeable. Further, I welcome all the student executive members whose exceptional efforts made this event possible. Last but not least, I would like to welcome our fellow students. Welcome you all.
Thank you, Mr. Abhinash, for such a warm welcome address. A leader, one who knows the way, goes the way, and shows the way. Now, I would like to invite our head of the department, Dr. N. Shanti, to deliver us the presidential address.
A very warm good afternoon to everyone present here. I'll also join with Avinash in welcoming THANGA PAVITHRAA, a golden girl of our department. In fact, I didn't know her earlier. She has joined with us in our alumni meet. But in our, I think in our KEC meme page, I have seen a meme stating that one of our alumni, THANGA PAVITHRAA, who is in Audi, Germany, we are all proud of her. So I saw that meme and then I was posted that meme in our alumni group. Then immediately one of our alumni, he gave the LinkedIn address of THANGA PAVITHRAA. So immediately I contacted her through LinkedIn and she replied quickly. Then we connected through WhatsApp and then I asked See, you are working in Audi. It's great thing that one of our alumni is with Audi. If you could spare some time with our students, it will be really helpful. Then she said, give me some time, ma'am, then definitely I'll talk with our students. So that is how we have started this, like not guest lecture, it's a kind of orientation to the students. Uh, then after some time, she replied, "Ma'am, I am ready with the topic now. When can we plan for this?" And initially we had planned one day, and she was not ready. And then, I mean, she had some other work. Then we had planned on yesterday. Then again, because of exams for final years, we have shifted to today. So finally, we are on the day with THANGA PAVITHRAA. So everyone are very much eager to learn how you are in that position, and really we are all very much happy that one of our alumni is in such a good position. Sooner, all our students are in big companies. That is the pride of any institution. So I am really happy in welcoming Pavitra for this wonderful session. Hope we all have very useful and informative. Thank you so much for Pavitra for accepting our invitation and for being here with us today. Please address our students with your valuable inputs. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you
Thank
so
you,
much.
ma'am. Thank you, ma'am, for your ardent words. Listening is paying full attention to others and welcoming them into our well beings. It is a great honor for me to introduce and welcome our guest speaker today. Ms. B. Thangapavitra is a machine learning engineer in RDAG, Germany. She is tenacious dreamer and an AI enthusiast. She completed computer science and engineering at Kongu Engineering College in 2014. She has completed her master degree in automotive software engineering in Chemnitz University of Technology in Germany. She has done projects on traffic sign classification, lane detection, and an improved UP growth method for high utility in item set using Java. She has worked as programmer analyst in Cognizant Technology Solutions for 1 year and 3 months. She has worked as research assistant in autonomous parking using deep learning in Valvo for 3 months. She has worked as master test student in RD Electronics Venture GmbH for 7 months. Currently working as a machine learning engineer in RDAG. We are very grateful to Ms. Thangapavitra for accepting our invitation and making her presence here. I now invite Ms. Thangapavitra to give a guest lecture.
So firstly, one question, are you guys able to see my presentation?
Yeah, we are able to see.
Okay.
Yes, we can.
So first and foremost, I would like to thank HOD Shanti ma'am, also all the faculty members who reached out to me for this lecture. And I'm also very fortunate and I feel very lucky to be able to provide this lecture to my fellow juniors. And yeah, I will try to keep it as entertaining as possible. யா என் தங்கச்சியும் அங்கதான் படிக்கிறா. ஸோ சொன்னா ரொம்ப சீரியஸா போவேனா, ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ்லாம் தூங்கிடுவாங்க. சாந்தி மேமும் அப்படிதான் சொன்னாங்க. ஸோ ஐ வுட் லைக் டு கீப் இட் இன் அன் என்டர்டெய்னிங் வே. Hope I can deliver what I want to deliver. Thank you. So the topic for today is Dare to Dream Big. So when ma'am approached me and then she asked me like on what topic would you like to talk about, I thought about it. I want this is kind of like my first talk to the college where I studied. So it is a really important thing to me. So அப்போ நான் யோசிச்சுட்டு இருந்தேன். So I wanted to talk about something which is really close to my heart. அதே மாதிரி ஓகே மீம் பேஜ்ல மீம் வந்துச்சு. அதுக்கப்புறம் ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ் நிறைய பேர் they approached me and then they asked me like, okay, what did you do in your life so that we can also follow your footsteps and we can also do the same things and we also want to work in bigger companies. I was very happy that my juniors reached out to me and இப்போ நான் வந்து என்ன ஒன்று நான் வந்து மெயினாக சொல்ல வரேன் அப்படின்னா, நான் என்ன அப்படி டிஃப்ரெண்ட்டாக நான் பண்ணேன், இட்ஸ் நாட் வெரி டிஃப்ரெண்ட், பட் நான் என்ன டிட்டர்மைண்டாக நான் பண்ணேன் அப்படின்னா, ஐ ட்ரஸ்டட் இன் மை செல்ஃப். ஸோ I was always like, I always believed that I am destined for bigger things in life. So அப்படி நான் சின்ன வயசுலேருந்தே அப்படி தான் இருந்துச்சு. ஸோ this is kind of my personal motto and I would like to give a talk on this topic. So இப்போ அஜெண்டாவில் வந்து first thing is a short introduction about myself. So as you all, I guess you know, so my name is THANGA PAVITHRAA Balaji. I'm working as a machine learning engineer at Audi. So initially பார்த்தீங்கன்னா நான் பிறந்தது வளர்ந்தது எல்லாமே ஈரோடில் தான். அதுக்கப்புறம் I came to Kongu Engineering College for my bachelor's in computer science, and then I came to masters for to Germany to do automotive software engineering. ஸோ அதுக்கப்புறம் வந்து எனக்கு அவுடியில் ஜாப் கிடச்சிது. ஸோ திஸ் இஸ் மை ஸ்டோரி அண்ட் சவுண்ட் ஸோ சிம்பிள் இல்லை, பட் த ஒன்லி திங் இஸ் இட் வாஸ் நாட் சிம்பிள். ஐ வில் டெல் யூ ஐ வில் டெல் அபவுட் இட். ஸோ கோயிங் பேக், இப்போ நான் நேம் கீழே நான் போட்டிருக்கேன் டெனிஷியஸ் ட்ரீமர் அண்ட் ஏஐ எந்தூசியாஸ்ட் அப்படின்னு. ஸோ டெனிஷியஸ்னால் உங்களுக்கு தெரிஞ்சிருக்கும், இட்ஸ் லைக் வெரி ஹார்ட் ஒர்க்கிங், லைக் ஐ டோன்ட் லைக் டு கிவ் அப். And I pride myself on saying that I'm a dreamer. So more than anything, I dream of bigger things in life. And I also encourage all of you to do the same. So first நான் இதை பற்றி பேச போகிறேன் அப்படின்னு பார்த்தீங்கன்னா, இம்பார்ட்டன்ஸ் ஆஃப் செல்ஃப் பிலீஃப். ஸோ சின்ன வயசுலேருந்து நான் என் ஃபேமிலியில் வந்து we were 5. ஸோ அப்பா வந்து அவ்வளோ படிக்கல. ஸோ பட் ஹீ ஹேட் ஹிஸ் ஓன் ஒர்க் ஷாப் அண்ட் தென் மை மாம் வாஸ் சப்போர்ட்டிங் ஹிம். இட் வாஸ் a bit difficult growing up, but with the support of my family and my extended family we made it possible. இந்த டைம்லேருந்து சின்ன வயசுலேருந்தே I was like an average student, I would say. ஸோ average student-ஆக இருந்தப்போ okay, my first and foremost inspiration was my uncle. My uncle was a software engineer at that time. அப்போ வந்து அவரும் he is an alumni of Kongu Engineering College, same computer science. ஸோ அப்போ வந்து அவர் இன்ஜினியர் ஆன அப்புறம் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா அவர் போன ஜாப்ஸு, அவர் ஆன்சைட் போனார், இதெல்லாம் பார்த்துட்டு எனக்கும் வந்து அவருக்கு நிறைய ரெஸ்பெக்ட் கிடைச்சது. ஃபேமிலி எவ்ரி ஒன் ஃபெல்ட் ஸோ ப்ரவுட் அபவுட் ஹிம். So எனக்கு வந்து I also wanted to be that person whom everyone is proud of, whom everyone can say okay this is Pavi, இவங்களை எனக்கு தெரியும், okay இவங்க இந்த மாதிரி இருக்காங்க. I also wanted people to talk about me. I also wanted to achieve bigger things in life. அதுக்கு பார்த்தீங்கன்னா my mama was definitely an inspiration. So சின்ன வயசுலேருந்து பார்த்தீங்கன்னா I didn't have all I was thinking about was okay, I should achieve something big. அது மாதிரி I should be like my uncle. I should also become a software engineer அப்படின்னு எனக்கு இருந்துச்சு. Other than that, I didn't have any plans to say. I didn't have any solid schedule or anything. So அப்படி இருந்துச்சு, but I still held on to that until I finished my bachelor's. So okay, average student on that, it was a little difficult and somehow I got into Kongu. அங்கே பார்த்தீங்கன்னா லைக் யூஸ்வல் ஓகே காலேஜ் லைஃப் என்ஜாய் பண்ணோம் அப்படின்ற மென்டாலிட்டி இருந்துச்சு. அப்புறம் ஓகே ஐ ஆல்சோ பார்ட்டிசிபேட்டட் இன் லாட்ஸ் ஆஃப் ஈவெண்ட்ஸ். இந்த மாதிரி நிறையா இதில் கோஆர்டினேட்டர், ஈவென்ட் கோஆர்டினேட்டர், நிறைய கிளப்ஸில் இருந்தேன், நிறைய ஆக்டிவிட்டீஸில் பார்ட்டிசிபேட் பண்ணேன். ஐ ஆல்சோ ஹேட் மை ஃபேர் ஷேர் ஆஃப் பேக்லாக்ஸ். சொல்லணும்னா I think I had 2 backlogs. Sangeeta ma'amku theriyum, she was my class advisor at the time. So third year vara varaikum I didn't have any solid plan. All I had in mind was okay, I should become a software engineer. I didn't have any plan of I just had that hope that I will be able to become a software engineer because I will clear my backlogs and all. So I was thinking so. அப்புறம் தான் தேர்ட் இயரில் ஸோ பிளேஸ்மெண்ட் ட்ரைனிங்ஸ் வந்துச்சு. பிகாஸ் ஆஃப் மை பேக்லாக்ஸ் I wasn't eligible to participate in other placement interviews from other companies like Infosys, Accenture. I was not eligible for that. So the only thing what I had was Cognizant at that time. So காக்னிசன்ட்ல வந்து yeah, it was my one and only chance, and I was day scholar all out my life. So சின்ன வயசுல இருந்து வீட்லயே இருந்திருக்கேன், பேரண்ட்ஸோட இதுலயே இருந்திருக்கேன். எனக்கு வந்து I wanted to prove something, I wanted to achieve something and show, okay, at least I'm capable of this, I can do better. This was not I was very lethargic all these times, so I wanted to improve and stuff. So appa vandu I told my parents like I want to join the hostel join பண்ணேன் ஒரு 2-3 months I think. So 2-3 months hostel போயிட்டு I had devised a plan. So இப்படி வந்து மார்னிங் டு ஈவினிங் இந்த மாதிரி மேத் ப்ராப்ளம்ஸ் இது பண்ணோம், அப்புறம் டெக்னிக்கல் ஃப்ரம் ஈவினிங் டு நைட், அந்த மாதிரி I had a plan, and then constantly for 2 months I stick to the plan. So I studied for like yeah, including the classes, I would say like 15 hours a day. So in the Mari I was studying, I was very determined to get this one and only job which was possible at the time for me. So அப்போ வந்து ஓகே, லாட் ஆஃப் பீப்புள் were like, ஓகே உனக்கு ஒரே ஒரு எலிஜிபிலிட்டி தான் இருக்கு, how can you do it and all. But I was like, if you put something, if you give your 100% or even 200% into something, then it will be possible, it will be possible அப்படின்னு நான் நினைச்சப்போ சரி ஓகே, I will try it, this is my only chance, I will give everything, I will do it நினைச்சேன். அதுக்கப்புறம் I didn't put in a lot of effort. ஸோ அப்புறம் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா அதே மாதிரி பிளேஸ்மெண்ட் இன்டர்வியூ வந்துச்சு. அதுக்கப்புறம் சரி இன்டர்வியூஸ்லாம் கொடுத்தேன், and then I also got selected. So that was one main thing. That was one reassurance in my life that I can do better. If I put the right effort, I can exactly achieve what I want அப்படின்னு இருந்துச்சு. ஸோ அதான் நான் உங்களுக்கும் சொல்லுவேன், நான் எல்லாருக்கும் சொல்லுவேன், லைக் லெட் நோ ஒன் டெல் யூ வாட் யூ ஆர் கேப்பபிள் ஆஃப் டூயிங், நாட் ஈவன் யுவர் செல்ஃப். நீங்கள் வந்து உங்களுக்கே வந்து இல்லை, இட்ஸ் நாட், இட் கான் ஹேப்பன், இது என்னால் முடியாது, அந்த மாதிரி நீங்கள் வந்து இஃப் யூ புட் தட் தாட் இன் டு யுவர் செல்ஃப், it will be not at all useful. It will be not at all useful for you. It will be not useful for your family, no one. So இன்னொன்று நான் what I really wanted to deliver was everyone should be self-reliant. So last time in the alumni meet, I also told ma'am that okay, like when it especially comes to our girls, இப்போ everyone who comes from Erode and all, so நம்ம வீட்டில் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா பேரண்ட்ஸ் will be like, okay, பொண்ணு எதுக்கு இவ்வளோ இது படிக்கணும், எதுக்கு, ஓகே ஜஸ்ட் கெட் மேரிட், அந்த மாதிரி தாட்ஸ் இருக்கும். ஸோ அப்போ வந்து பட் யுவர் பேரண்ட்ஸ் வாட் தே வாண்ட் த மோஸ்ட் ஃப்ரம் யூ இஸ் யுவர் ஹாப்பினஸ். ஸோ நீங்கள் வந்து இஃப் யூ ஹாவ் பிகர் ட்ரீம்ஸ், இஃப் யூ வாண்ட் டு டூ ஃபர்தர் இன் லைஃப், you should tell them, and just telling them is not enough. You should prove to them that you can handle your life. So on the never give up your dreams for your parents or anyone. If you are passionate about something from the childhood, and then if you want to become a software engineer, or if you want to go to business, or if you want to become a musician, or whatever it is, do not give up your dreams. So this is what I like to say in this topic. So yeah, the next thing what I want to talk about is why should you dare to dream big. So coming to the main topic, so my thinking is that whenever you want to attain something, like if you have a goal, if you always aim for something which is, if you have an average goal, then the thing is you have to put in effort to attain that goal as well. And if you have a bigger goal, you have to put in effort to attain that goal as well. So either the goal be big or small, effort is the same. You have to put in effort. So when you can aim for something big and achieve something big, you shouldn't aim for something which is average. So whatever you do, you should try to be the best in that. You should try to give your everything. ஸோ அப்போ இப்போ நீங்க எதுவா வேணா ஆகலாம். நீங்க வந்து ஓகே பிஸ்னஸ் போறீங்க, இல்ல வந்து இன்ஜினியர் ஆகுறீங்க, இல்ல வந்து ஓகே உங்களோட கோல் வந்து லெக்சரர் ஆகிறதோ, இல்ல வந்து வாட் எவர் யுவர் கோல் மே பி. இஃப் யூ கிவன் யுவர் 100%, then the universe will reward you. Because what I personally feel is that hard work, it never goes unnoticed, it never goes unpaid. So yeah, I would advise you guys to always stick to your goals and then have bigger goals and pitch in a lot of effort. So because effort is the same as I said. So effort ஒன்று தான் அப்படிங்கிறப்போ இப்போ நீங்க இருக்கீங்க. ஸோ ஓகே உங்களுக்கு ஒரு டாஸ்க் தேவை, ஒரு ஜாப் நீங்க பண்ணணும். ஸோ அந்த ஜாப்க்கு நீங்க வந்து உங்க ஃப்ரெண்ட் இருக்காங்க, அவங்க வந்து 20 hours a day ஒர்க் பண்றாங்க, ஒரு 10 hours a day அதுக்கு ஒர்க் பண்றாங்க. ஸோ நீங்க வந்து அதே 10 hours a day நீங்க ஒர்க் பண்ணீங்கன்னா மேபி the chances are at high. But if you are willing to go the extra mile, and then if you want to put in like maybe 15 hours for the same task, then you know what the chances. So இந்த மாதிரி வந்து நீங்க ட்ரீம் பண்றது மட்டும் இல்லாம you should be able to pitch in for that as well. So this is another thing what I like to say. And as I said, when you try something with your with all of your heart, when you try to achieve something, everything will fall in place. So இது ஒன்று. இதுக்கு ஒரு எக்ஸாம்பிள் சொல்லணும்னா, இப்போ ஓகே காக்னிசன்ட்ல எனக்கு ஜாப் கிடைச்சது. காக்னிசன்ட்ல எனக்கு ஜாப் கிடைச்ச அப்புறம் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா, I don't know if all of you know how the procedure is after you go into a corporate company. So போன அப்புறம் unfortunately I was given a support project. So on the support projectல பார்த்தீங்கன்னா it wasn't very interesting. So I felt like okay, இதுக்கு நான் வந்து பிஇ படிச்சு தான் நான் இந்த சப்போர்ட் ப்ராஜெக்ட் பண்ணணும்னு அவசியம் இல்லை. அண்ட் ஆல்சோ இது வந்து if I was given a development project which I was interested in, I could have maybe stuck to that. But இது வந்து இந்த ப்ராஜெக்ட் கிடைச்சப்போ எனக்கு வந்து ஓகே I don't want to do this forever அப்படின்னு எனக்கு இருந்துச்சு. ஸோ அப்போ நான் பார்த்துட்டு இருந்தப்போ I was also interested to build my life further. Appo what I thought was okay, let me think about doing masters. So when I thought about masters, coming from a middle class family, it was also a difficult choice because masters வந்து யூஎஸ்ல படிக்கணும்னா it was not in my reach. So when I was researching about that, then I found that in Germany it is like half of the expenses that you have to spend in US. So it was a feasible option for me. And then I remember I went and told my family that I want to do masters. And then they asked me like, okay, they were really surprised. They were like, okay, why all of a sudden? And then I told them, no, I want to make my life better. I don't like this job. I want to make my life better. I want to step up in life. And then yeah, luckily I come from a very supporting family. So but what they said was okay, first you get an admit and then let's see if you can go or not. அதுவே எனக்கு வந்து ரொம்ப சர்ப்ரைசிங்காக இருந்துச்சு. ஏன்னா கம்மிங் ஃப்ரம் பேக்ரவுண்ட் லைக் திஸ், என் ஃபேமிலியில் வந்து யாருமே வந்து ஒர்க்குக்கே ஃபர்ஸ்ட் போனதில்லை. எஸ்பெஷலி லேடிஸ் வந்து யாரும் ஒர்க்குக்கே போனதில்லை. யூஸ்வலி த மென் கோ டு ஒர்க் and they do business and stuff like that. அதுக்கப்புறம் when they let me to go to work itself, it was very surprising for me. And then when I asked to go to masters, they were very hesitant. But at some point they told me, okay, first you get an admit and then let's see. about that. And then at that time எனக்கு தெரிஞ்சவங்க யாருமே மாஸ்டர்ஸ்க்கு போனதில்லை, அதுவும் ஜெர்மனிக்கு யாரும் போனதில்லை. So when you have to come to Germany, you should have your A1 certification of the German language. அதுக்கப்புறம் you should find the good universities and a course which will suit you. So இந்த மாதிரிலாம் ரிசர்ச் பண்ண வேண்டியது இருந்துச்சு. It all felt very far from my reach because I didn't have the knowledge. I didn't have enough knowledge of how I can do all these things. So அப்போ வந்து I wanted to go through an easy choice. So அப்போ நான் வந்து what I did, I went to a consultancy and then I asked them, okay, so these are my mark list and everything. So நான் வந்து ஜெர்மனிக்கு போய் மாஸ்டர்ஸ் படிக்கணும்னு நான் வந்து நினைக்கிறேன்னு சொன்னேன். அப்போ it was at that time it was my 1 month of my salary. So I was anyway ready to give it to them because I thought it will be easier for me. நம்ம அந்த ஒரு சோம்பேறி தானோ, சரி இந்த மாதிரி நம்மளா பண்ண தேவையில்லை, அவங்களே நமக்கு வந்து எல்லாமே சொல்லுவாங்க அப்படின்னு தோணுச்சு. சரி நான் வந்து போய் கொடுத்தேன். 1 month of my salary I paid as a fees. ஸோ வாங்கிட்டு அதுக்கப்புறம் என்னன்னு சொன்னாங்க, இல்லை இட்ஸ் நாட் பாசிபிள், with 7 GPA you can't get into a German university. And then I was really broken about this situation. I didn't know what to do. But then as someone who never lets anyone say no to me, I thought, okay, I won't take this answer. I will do my own research. I will do everything what I can do to go there and all. I contacted a lot of people through Facebook and everything. அப்போ வந்து a lot of people, they also were willing to help me because usually even if you want to come to masters, if any of you are interested in coming to masters to Germany, if you contact people on Facebook, a lot of people will come forward and help you because நம்மளுக்கு தெரியும் how much effort it takes, how much help will people need அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு. So even if anyone of you is interested, you can contact me. I will be very happy to help. Yeah. So இப்படி இருந்தப்போ the procedure was not also easy. It was a little difficult. So first German class, அதுக்கப்புறம் IELTS exam, அதுக்கப்புறம் வந்து applying to the universities. So இந்த ப்ரொசீஜர்லாம் போச்சு. Everything worked on my favor. So I also got a seat here. And then my parents also, they were okay to send me here. We had one land which we had to mortgage, and then somehow they sent me. Okay, so after coming here, it was all worth it. The thing, I was really happy that I didn't give up, that my parents were also supportive on this. And another thing I would like to say is at this age we tend to see parents or our family members as people who don't support us, but that is not true. They just want us, they just want some proof that we are on the right track, that we know what we are doing. So if we are able to convince them, that would be the best thing we can do to get their support. Okay, so moving on. So the next thing is handling distractions. So இப்போ உங்களுக்கு ஒரு கோல் இருக்கு, இந்த மாதிரி I know everyone has a goal. So இந்த மாதிரி உங்களுக்கும் கோல் இருந்துச்சு, இல்லை உங்களுக்கு இப்போ கோல் இல்லை, you don't know what you're doing, or you still haven't figured out what you want to do with your life, அப்படின்னா கூட it's not too late, it's never late. So if you are at a point like this, if you have some goal, or even if you don't have a goal, if you don't have a goal, you can still think about what interest you have and which path you would like to take in life. If you have a goal, then the initial thing to achieve any goal is to do your research. So நீங்க வந்து இப்போ okay, if you want to get into machine learning, சொல்லலாம். So இப்போ வந்து if you want to get into machine learning, a lot of people ask me like they don't want to follow the traditional way, but they also want to because எப்பவுமே வந்து இப்போ நம்ம ஃபீல்ட்ல வந்து lot of new things come up, they keep coming up. அப்போ வந்து to keep up with everything, it is very difficult if you are not putting that extra time. So to catch up with the exponentially growing field, the first thing you have to do is do your research. இப்போ வந்து if you take my case, after my when I was doing my internship at Valio, so my internship was on hardware in the loop topic. So I was doing internship there, and then I wanted to get into machine learning. So the first thing which I did was, okay, so there were some people who were already into machine learning in my batch. So I saw them, and then it was like, once they clear the machine learning subject in the curriculum, they were able to get some internships and thesis like that in machine learning. But when I'm like one semester lagging, and then now I want to catch up with them. So on the time, what I have to do is that I have to pitch in that extra work. So when I was doing that internship, in order to catch up with my seniors who are already in the thesis and everything, I had to do extra work to gain that more knowledge in machine learning. So I used to go home, and then I used to study for again 6 hours every day for the machine learning topics. So initially how I started was I did some research, and then there were some courses on Coursera, and then also on Udacity. There I had my start. So in that platforms, if you also want to do the same thing, one thing is that there are few free courses, but there are also paid courses. So in those platforms, நீங்க வந்து okay, அது paid courses அப்படிங்கனால you don't have to avoid that. There is a tiny hack that you can send them an email for support. So if you send them an email like that you're just a student but you're very interested to study and learn this course, and then what they do is they take some I think 15 days maximum, and then they approve it and you can access the course free of charge. So அந்த மாதிரி தான் நான் பண்ணேன். It was very helpful for me. And another thing is that you need to talk to people about your goals. You need to keep talking. So when you talk to people about your goals, இப்போ வந்து I talk to someone in my circle, நான் சொல்றேன் okay, I want to get into machine learning or I want to do this thing அப்படின்னு நான் சொன்னா, அவங்க வந்து இன்னொருத்தங்க கிட்ட போய் என்னன்னு சொல்லுவாங்க, okay, yeah, she is also very interested in that. அப்படிங்கிறப்போ you kind of get to know the people who also want to do the same things. So அப்படி நீங்க வந்து if you form a group or if you talk to people and then you get some new information about the topic, and then they also acquire some information, so that will be very beneficial for you, and you can also motivate each other also. The next point is getting support. So in order to grow in life, I would say you should never be afraid or never be hesitant to ask support. No one would say no to you on your face if you ask some support to grow. Monetary support and so, but at least some kind of support, some kind of help for you to grow. So அந்த மாதிரி உங்களுக்கு supporting people இருக்காங்க. There are some people who encourage you to do things அப்படிங்கிறப்போ it is one it gives you a very good feeling. It gives you a feeling of motivation. So I would say you should get support. You should talk to people about your goals and everything. So next point what I would like to talk about is handling distractions. So இப்போ நீங்க வந்து ஒரு கார் வாங்குறீங்க, இல்ல ஒரு கார் வாங்கணும்னு நினைக்கிறீங்க. So it is a particular model, so you want to buy that car. அப்போ நீங்க வந்து அந்த கார் பத்தியே நினைச்சிட்டு இருக்கீங்க அப்படின்னா வந்து உங்களுக்கு வந்து இப்போ நீங்க சடனா நீங்க ரோட்ல போறீங்க அப்படின்னா you will suddenly see and notice those specific brands of cars. ஏன் அப்படின்னா நீங்க வந்து உங்க மைண்ட்ல வந்து அதை யோசிக்கிறீங்க, okay, I want this car அப்படின்னு யோசிக்கிறனால everything seems like that. So it is the same thing. So when you think about your goals again and again, you see everything as a way like how can you achieve that goal. இப்போ நான் வந்து இது பண்றேன், இப்போ நான் வந்து ஒரு ஸ்டெப் பண்றேன், இப்போ நான் வந்து சும்மா ஏதோ ஒரு கோர்ஸ் எடுக்கிறேன் அப்படின்னா இந்த கோர்ஸ் வந்து எனக்கு என்னோட கோலை அச்சீவ் பண்ண அதை ஹெல்ப் பண்ணுமா? ஸோ யூ ஸ்டார்ட் சீயிங் எவ்ரி திங் ஆஸ் அ வே டு அட்டைன் யூ கோல். That is also another way to keep you on the track. So again, paying attention. When I was in my bachelor's, I didn't pay attention to anything. I was just going with the flow. I didn't pay attention to what I wanted to, what I was going to do after my bachelor's. So and the mari I didn't think about it. I was just going with the flow. Same thing. Ipo neenga vandu you can do a lot of things. You can just just live your life. But neenga vandu if you are paying attention to certain things, if you are paying attention to some topic of discussion which is going according to your interest, then it will also be a small stone in building your goal, in achieving your goals. So in the mari vandu you should always be aware of what you want to do. Are you in the right track? If you do something, is it helpful to reach your goal? So okay, another thing is it's not just okay to have a goal. You should also be persistent in your goals, because nothing comes easy. இப்போ பாத்தீங்கன்னா நான் இப்போ இங்க வந்ததோ என்னோட லைஃப் எக்ஸாம்பிளா சொல்றேன்னு நினைக்காதீங்க, பட் ஐ நோ மோர் அபவுட் மை லைஃப் தென் எனி அதர் பீப்புள். So I can give real life examples from my life. I hope you can all relate to it. So tough situations, they always come, but the thing is how you are able to handle it, how you are able to overcome your tough situations and still hold on to your goals. Ipo after I came to Germany, so it was all very difficult for my family because I haven't been away from my family like that. So it was very difficult for me. So at that time, after I came here, my dad was very much affected by it. So he also had a stroke after that. That time I didn't know, but after that it was really difficult for me. After hearing that, it was really difficult for me to stay here. Like I just wanted to go back. I didn't want to stay very far away. But the thing is, I spoke to him, and then he told me this is not what he wants. So he told me that he wants to be proud and say to people someday that I am this person, that his daughter is this person, and he should be proud of that. And he didn't want me to come back and everything. I also understood, okay, so this is what my dad wants, this is what I also want, that is why I came here. So I will do this, I will only go back after I do this அப்படிங்கிற மாதிரி எனக்கு இருந்துச்சு. So at the time he told me that his dream is for me to get into some OEM like Audi or Daimler. So I was really desperate to fulfill his dream, and then I tried applying to lots of companies, and then but yeah, in order to catch up with the machine learning topic, I had to pitch in a lot of effort, and I also did that. I also had an 8 months plan which I strictly followed, and then it also helped me to get the thesis, and then the thesis, working hard in the thesis also helped me to get the job. So another thing what I would always do is plan ahead. So if you ask me, I'll always have a short time plan and also a long time plan. So in the short time plan vandu it's like everyday plan. So every day when I wake up, after that I plan my day, and then I start my day according to the plan. And then I also have a 5-year plan. So in 5 years what I want to become. So in the 5 years this everyday plan will also help. So yeah, so I would suggest for every goal without a plan, you can't follow that because of the usual distractions. ஃபேமிலிஸோ இல்லை ஃப்ரெண்ட்ஸோ அப்புறம் ஸ்டடீஸில் வர distractions. So everything, in order to avoid everything, you should have a plan, and then you should constantly check on that plan if you are following that plan and how is your progress. So this is another thing which helped me a lot in my life. So here are some steps which I follow. இப்போ பார்த்தீங்கன்னா always I personally like to give my 100% all the time. ஸோ இதெல்லாம் வந்து நான் இனிஷியலாக இருந்து நான் பண்ணதில்லை. ஸோ when I started understanding things, when I started getting clarity on things, இப்போ வந்து நான் உங்கள் காலேஜ் ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ்ட்டு போயிட்டு always give your best, நீங்கள் வந்து எல்லாமே 100% கொடு. ஸோ yeah, but I'm here to tell you, always give your best. I hope you also try. So next thing in planning அப்படின்னா, you should have your own deadlines before the actual deadline. இப்போ நீங்க ஒரு கம்பெனில, okay, if you are an intern and then you have some deadline for some project that you have to give by today evening, அப்போ you shouldn't plan your deadline as today evening. You should plan it at least 3 days before. அப்படி நீங்களே ஒரு டெட்லைன் ஃபிக்ஸ் பண்ணிட்டீங்கன்னா it will be very helpful. அந்த டெட்லைனுக்குள்ள you will try to finish that. After that deadline, you will also have again 2 to 3 days of time. On the time you can either improvise, or if you are unable to finish it, you can try to finish it in the flex time. So if you have already finished it, you can make it a lot better. If you didn't finish it, you also have a flex time. If you fix the deadline also as Friday, then if you're unable to finish it, then you'll always fall apart. So idu vandu it's not a good thing when you are planning. So always plan your own deadline before the actual deadline. It is something which I follow on my everyday life. I would also advise you to follow this one. So next thing is, when you are planning something, don't plan just like, okay, na இது பண்றேன் அவ்வளவுதான், I will achieve my goal. அப்படினு there is no way you can achieve like that, because நிறைய distractions வரும். If this doesn't work out, if that doesn't work out, அப்போ வந்து உங்களுக்கு நிறைய time, you lose a lot of time. இப்போ நீங்க ஒரு இன்டர்வியூ போறீங்க. So in order to prepare for that interview, what you have to do this, okay, இதெல்லாம் direct questions இருக்கும். Okay, இந்த particular topic பத்தி they can ask this question அப்படின்னு மட்டும் நீங்க ப்ரிப்பேர் பண்ணிட்டு போனா, you can answer that first question, but you should also plan for the question which can arise from your answer. So அந்த questionல நீங்க கொடுக்குற ஆன்சர்ல இருந்து usually you get some questions from that in interviews and all. So அப்படி இருக்கப்போ நீங்க அந்த செகண்ட் கொஸ்டினுக்கு you may or may not answer because you're not prepared for that, you didn't expect that. But in when you are planning, if you also plan for what might arise from that question or what might arise from your answer, it is always a good thing to do. It's a safe thing to do. So whenever you plan something, plan it like an if else loop, or if இது நடந்துச்சு, ஓகே, இல்லை இதுல இருந்து நீங்க என்ன கொஸ்டின்ஸ் எக்ஸ்பெக்ட் பண்ணலாம், இதுல இருந்து நீங்க என்னென்ன மாதிரி சப்டிவிஷன்ஸ்ல கொஸ்டின்ஸ் எக்ஸ்பெக்ட் பண்ணலாம், plan it like that, and don't just plan like, okay, step 1, step 2, step 3, that's it. So never do that. And the next thing is, yeah, every time you plan and execute something, it may or may not work out depending upon the effort you have put and also the research you have done and everything. So அப்படி இருக்கப்போ, if you fall short and then if you fail, if your plan fails, you shouldn't give up. I mean, a lot of people would have told you a lot of motivational videos or whatever, a lot of things you have come across in every stage of life. Everyone would have told this to you, but the thing is that if you fear failure, if you fail once and then if you fear failure, the thing is you can't raise above it. But this time what you should think of is that you have failed and you have the experience, you have the relevant experience, you know exactly why you failed. So adu theriyarappo you can next time when you try, you can try it better. So இப்போ நீங்கள் வந்து ஓகே நீங்கள் பேக்லாக்ஸ் விழுந்துருச்சு, இதுக்கு மேலே நான் என்ன பண்ண முடியும், அப்படியெல்லாம் நீங்கள் யோசிச்சிங்கன்னா இட் டசன்ட் ஸ்டாப். ஆக்சுவலி you don't fail in something. So you only fail in something when you completely give up on it. Until or unless you give up on something, you can still try, you can still win. So I like to have this kind of attitude, and I also would really advise all of you guys to stick with this. So yeah, the next thing what I like to give is some suggestions. So as I always said, you have to give your 100%, you have to put your heart into whatever you want to do. So the second thing is, again, growing your network. You have to find like-minded people who also have the same goals and the same dreams, and then it will give you a very positive environment. So appo neenga vandu, you as a focus group, you can always be around the topic, you can always think and talk about it, and it becomes your everything. So அப்படி இருக்கப்போ it will be very motivating for you. Also other thing is that look what you can learn from everyone. இப்போ ஓகே உங்க கிளாஸ்ல வந்து ஒரு 40 people இருக்காங்க அப்படின்னா, அந்த 40 peopleல everyone must have had different experiences in life. So according to the path they have traveled, or how their life was, you can learn something from everyone. Every single person has something to offer to you, something which you don't know, which they are good at. So when you talk to someone, when you get to know someone, you should look for that particular thing, what they are good at. So what they are good at, what are they doing that differently from what am I doing, how am I doing it. So if you focus on that thing, if you find out that one thing or that couple of things what you can learn from them, you observe, you learn from them, because learning from others mistakes, learning from others paths is very easy. Learning from others mistakes, because then you don't have to do your own mistake to learn the same thing. So try to learn, try to see what you can learn from everyone. And then another important thing I would like to say is allocate some quality time for yourself. So நம்ம வந்து ஓகே இந்த லைஃப்ல ஓகே காலேஜ் படிக்கிற டைம்ல எப்படி மென்டாலிட்டி இருக்கும், ஓகே என்ன பண்ணலாம், சும்மா டிவி பார்க்கலாம், இல்லை என்ஜாய் பண்ணலாம், கேம் விளையாடலாம், சும்மா ஃப்ரெண்ட்ஸ் கூட பேசிட்டு இருக்கலாம், இந்த மாதிரி யூ டோன்ட் ஈவன் keep track of your time, you don't even understand where your time goes. So I mean it's okay to do that, but also every day just 5 or 10 minutes, if you allocate some quality time for yourself to think about what's happening in your life, to process the events. Okay, இதெல்லாம் நான் பண்றேன், is it helping me to reach any goals of mine? So if not, நான் என்ன பண்ணணும், that 5 to 10 minutes of your daily time will help you a lot to put you back on the track, to help you gain focus and everything. So in the time when I don't know how many of you really have allocated this time in your life, but if you don't, I would really advise you to allocate at least 10 minutes of your daily time to think about yourself, think about your life, think about what you lack. It will help you to constantly improve in your lives. So yeah, also another thing what I do is that I will always write down my goals. I will always write down, and I will always take a look at it. அப்போ வந்து உங்களுக்கு தெரியும், okay, if you are following, இப்போ வந்து as soon as I wake up I have a small board. So அந்த போர்டில் வந்து I used to write, okay, இதெல்லாம் நான் பண்ணும், இதெல்லாம் என்னோட லாங் டைம் கோல்ஸ், இதெல்லாம் என்னோட ஷார்ட் டைம் கோல்ஸ் அப்படின்னு நான் வந்து எழுதி வச்சிருப்பேன். So as soon as I wake up I see that, and then it gives me that positive kind of motivation. Okay, நான் இது பண்ணுவேன், இது வந்து இன்னைக்கு என்னோட டாஸ்க்ஸ், இது நான் I will be focused on that. So writing your goals is also a very good way to you keep seeing it every day, and then it builds that fire in you. Okay, பண்ணுவோம், நம்ம இது கண்டிப்பா பண்ணுவோம் அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு. So நிறையா பேசிட்டேன். நிறையா பேசினா ஓகே என்ன இதுன்னு நினைக்காதீங்க. ஸோ இதெல்லாம் நான் என் எக்ஸ்பீரியன்ஸ்லேருந்து சொல்லியிருக்கேன். ஐ ஹோப் இட் ஹெல்ப்ஸ் யூ. ஸோ ஆஸ் அ லாஸ்ட் திங், இவ்வளோலாம் நான் பேசியிருக்கேன், என்ன அந்த அளவுக்கு பண்ணியிருக்காங்களா, டஸ் இட் ஆல் ரியலி ஒர்க், டஸ் இட் ரியலி ஒர்க் ஃபார் மீ அப்படின்னு நீங்கள் நினச்சிங்கன்னா, இஃப் யூ ஃபாலோ ஆல் தீஸ் திங்ஸ் like wholeheartedly, I think it would also work for you, because I can only talk from my experience. So as a small surprise, so this was my plan when I wanted to get into machine learning. It was kind of like an 8 months plan, which I wrote on the first day when I wanted to get into machine learning. So March 2017 lande I prepared until October. So on this 8 months, I was also doing my internship. So side by side, I was also studying for machine learning. So when in March, I wrote this plan. So I really wanted to stick to this plan. And then, as you can see, the universe also rewarded me for sticking to my plan and giving all of my efforts to achieve this. So if you see, this 8 months of my time in my life really brought me to where am I today. So in the 8 months it changed my life நான் சொல்லுவேன். So இந்த மாதிரி உங்களுக்கும் ஒரு பிளான் இருந்துச்சுன்னா, you can also, and if you also stick to that plan, I really think it's my hope that you can also achieve what you really want to achieve after this plan. So I hope you also follow my suggestions, and if you follow my suggestions, and if at all you make a plan and then you achieve it, you can send it to me. I will be really, really happy to see your plan and your achievement after the end of your plan. So yeah, that is the end of my talk. I really thank you all for your patience, and yeah, I hope some points from my talk helps you guys. Thank you.
Very interesting talk, Pavitra. Really wonderful.
Yep.
Your talk shows that even 7-pointers can reach this level.
Yeah, ma'am. I really wanted to give this talk because I wanted the people to know, okay, having a 7-point grade or having backlogs, it doesn't affect your life. You can still improve from that. You can still put your focus in line, and you can still achieve what you want.
It's definitely anybody, if they are determined, then they can reach any level. You are an example for that.
Thank you, ma'am.
Students, any doubts? Ranjani?
Hello.
Gopalan?
Akka. Yes, ma'am. Hello, Akka.
Not clear. கொஞ்சம் correct ஆ கேளுங்க.
Hello.
Hello.
சொல்லுங்க.
அக்கா கேக்குதாங்கக்கா?
கேக்குதுப்பா.
இப்போ ஒருத்தர் வந்து அவங்களோட கெரியர்ல வந்து நல்லா எல்லா ஒர்க் வந்து கரெக்டா பண்ணிட்டு இருக்காங்க, they are doing things good அப்படின்னா அவங்களோட கெரியர் வந்து நெக்ஸ்ட் லெவலுக்கு எடுத்துட்டு முடியும் அப்படின்னு அவங்க தெரியலன்னா, அவங்க கூட ஒர்க் பண்ற அதே கெரியர்ல ஒர்க் பண்ற எம்ப்ளாயிஸ் வந்து சொல்லுவாங்க, நமக்கு இந்த மாதிரி அவங்களோட கெரியர் வந்து நெக்ஸ்ட் லெவலுக்கு எடுத்துட்டு போகலாம், யூ ஆர் குட் எனஃப் அப்படின்னு யாருன்னா சொல்லுவாங்கக்கா, இல்ல நாமளே வந்து கேட்டு தெரிஞ்சுக்கணுமாக்கா?
ஓகே, இப்போ நீங்க வந்து உங்களுக்கு கைடன்ஸ் தேவைன்னா டைரக்டா வந்து யாரும் உங்களுக்கு கைடன்ஸ் கொடுக்க மாட்டாங்க, அன்லெஸ் அன்டில் யூ டெல் தெம் லைக் நீங்க இந்த மாதிரி இன்ட்ரெஸ்டடா இருக்கீங்க, நீங்களாம் வந்து டைரக்டா ஹெல்ப் எதிர்பார்க்கறது பிகாஸ் தேல் ஆல்சோ ஹாவ் தேர் ஓன் ஒர்க் அண்ட் எவ்ரி திங் எவ்ரி ஒன் ஹேஸ் தேர் இண்டிவிஜுவல் லைஃப். ஸோ அப்போ வந்து நீங்க போய் கேட்கறது வந்து இட் இஸ் அ பெட்டர் ஆப்ஷன் பிகாஸ் ஈவன் ரைட் நவ் அட் திஸ் பாயிண்ட் இன் லைஃப் எனக்கு வந்து ஐ ஸ்டில் வாண்ட் டு இம்ப்ரூவ் அப்படிங்கிற இருக்கனால ஐ ஸ்டில் டாக் டு மை பாஸ். ஐ ஸ்டில் ஃபைண்ட் சம் அதர் பீப்புள் ஹூ கேன் பி மை mentors. So everyone should have some mentors whom you can trust and discuss about your career goals and how you can achieve that because அவங்களோட எக்ஸ்பீரியன்ஸ்லேருந்து they can share their knowledge. அப்போ வந்து it will be easier path to follow. ஸோ நீங்கள் வந்து உங்கள் ஸ்டாஃபோ இல்லை வந்து உங்களோட சீனியர்ஸோ இல்லை வந்து யாரோ ஒருத்தங்க மேலே நீங்கள் ட்ரஸ்ட் வைக்கிற மாதிரி இருக்கு அப்படின்னா இஃப் யூ கேன் ட்ரஸ்ட் தட் பர்சன் தென் யூ கேன் கோ அண்ட் டிஸ்கஸ் இட் வித் தெம். அப்போ வந்து ஐம் pretty confident they will help you, they'll guide you.
ஓகே, அப்போ மோஸ்ட் ஆஃப் த டைம் நான் கேட்குற மாதிரி இருக்கு.
Okay. So any further questions?
Hi,
Hi.
can you explain some internal நீங்க என்ன பண்ணுவீங்க ஆக்சுவலி இந்த ஆடி மிஷின் லேர்னிங் ஃப்ரம் மிஷின் இன்ஜினியர்? ஸோ இன்டர்னலாக நீங்கள் என்ன பண்ணுவீங்க அங்கே?
ஸோ இன்டர்னலாக நான் வந்து மெஷின் லேர்னிங் ப்ரீ டெவலப்மெண்ட் டீமில் ஒர்க் பண்ணுறேன். ஸோ நாங்கள் வந்து ப்ரூஃப் ஆஃப் கான்செப்ட்ஸ் ரெடி பண்ணுவோம் ஃபார் ஃபியூச்சர் ப்ராஜெக்ட்ஸ். ஸோ மை டீம் இஸ் வெரி ஃபோக்கஸ்ட் ஆன் இன்-கேபின் மானிட்டரிங். ஸோ இன்-கேபின் மானிட்டரிங்கில் நீங்கள் வந்து மெஷின் லேர்னிங் யூஸ் பண்ணி என்னென்ன அப்ளிகேஷன்ஸ் பண்ணலாம் அப்படிங்கிற மாதிரி நாங்கள் இப்போ ஒர்க் பண்ணுறோம். Earlier I was working on activity recognition inside the car to provide more safety to the passengers and also shared car models லாம் வரப்போகுது ஃபியூச்சரில் அப்படிங்கிறப்போ இட்ஸ் பெட்டர் டு மானிட்டர் இன்சைட் ஆஃப் த கார். ஸோ அப்போது ஆக்டிவிட்டி ரெக்கக்னிஷனில் ஒர்க் பண்ணிட்டு இருந்தேன். இப்போ வந்து வாட் ஐம் ஒர்க்கிங் ஆன் இஸ் ப்ரிடிக்டிங் who is coming to open which door of the car so that the car can itself greet the person who is coming. So இந்த மாதிரி ப்ராஜெக்ட்ஸ்லாம் நாங்கள் பண்ணுறோம்.
தேங்க்ஸ். ஸோ யுவர் லைஃப் பாத் வாஸ் வெரி ஃபேசினேட்டிங்.
தேங்க்யூ.
Hi, Ka.
Hi.
Actually, I don't have any separate question to ask, but I usually do follow what you did. Like, I just write upon my plans on my notebook. I have a separate note for that. So happy that someone acknowledges that this kind of putting plans will work out. Because I usually do and I try to achieve that plan. நீங்க அதை வந்து இந்த மாதிரி you have followed and அந்த particular thing work ஆகுதுன்னு சொல்லும் பொழுது I'm so happy that you are going on a right path. And I have a little question. இப்போ பேசும்போது எனக்கு ஒரு question arise ஆகுது that I am also interested in ML, but அதில் எந்த அளவுக்கு இம்ப்ரவைஸ் பண்ணலான்றது எனக்கு தெரியல. I studied in Coursera around I have completed 4 courses on ML. Courseraல சொல்றேன்.
Good.
அது மட்டும் போதுமா இல்ல I have to do more அந்த மாதிரியான கிளாரிட்டி என்கிட்ட இல்லை.
Okay. Yeah, I also wanted to talk about this, but maybe in in another talk. But இப்போ வந்து கொஞ்சம் உங்களுக்கு ஹிண்ட்ஸ் கொடுக்கணும்னா கோர்சரால நீங்கள் கோர்ஸ் பண்ணீங்க obviously you would have had some machine learning assignments as well. So on the assignments வந்து you can upload it in your GitHub. So GitHub upload பண்ணிட்டு also another thing which students fail to use a lot is LinkedIn. So நீங்கள் வந்து LinkedInல உங்களோட ரெஸ்யூமோ உங்களோட GitHub லிங்க் எல்லாம் நீங்கள் அப்டேட் பண்ணிட்டு if you are constantly active on LinkedIn, you can search for some startup companies. There are lots of startup companies, especially in India, regarding to machine learning. Bangalore இல்லை வந்து சென்னையோ கோயம்புத்தூர்ல கூட இருக்கலாம். So you can actively search for machine learning kind of companies, and then you can பர்சனலி நம்ம ஊர்ல ஹெல்ப் பண்றதுக்கு ஒன்றும் ரொம்ப யோசிக்க மாட்டாங்க. தட் டூ இஃப் யூ ஆர் ஒன்லி லுக்கிங் ஃபார் டு கெயின் சம் எக்ஸ்பர்டைஸ் இன் த field, நீங்க வந்து you can tell them that you are interested and you want to do an internship or something in machine learning. அப்போ வந்து you can contact them. நீங்க காண்டாக்ட் பண்ணீங்கன்னா and then when you have some industrial exposure இருந்துச்சு அப்படின்னா it will help you a lot. அப்படி வந்து உங்களுக்கு ஓகே இண்டஸ்ட்ரிக்குள்ள போக முடியல, இந்த மாதிரி ஷார்ட் ஸ்கேல் கம்பெனிஸ்லயும் உங்களால போக முடியல அப்படின்னா வந்து there is always you can do your own projects. You can always do your own small research projects which you can keep updating in your profile. So since if you have those in your resume, if you keep adding it and if you prove that you're constantly in touch with the field and if you're constantly putting effort in this direction, it will definitely help you find an internship or a job regarding machine learning.
Thanks, Ka. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Okay. I see one question in the chat box. How will you face the criticism? Have you ever faced such kind of stuff? Obviously. So there will be lots of critics around us all the time. As I said, you shouldn't listen to them, and it's not like you shouldn't just listen to them and you should just ignore them. You should prove them wrong. You should prove them wrong for saying those things to you. அப்போதான் வந்து உங்களுக்கு வந்து you will also feel how much you are capable of. You can also prove to people, and also the not only the people who spoke about you, also the other people in your circle, they'll also get to know, ஓகேப்பா இவங்க கிட்ட வச்சுக்கூடாது, இவங்க பெரிய ஆளு, இவங்க வந்து சொன்னா கண்டிப்பா பண்ணுவாங்க, அந்த மாதிரி வந்து அவங்களும் நினைப்பாங்க. ஸோ நீங்க வந்து கிரிட்டிசிசம் வந்துச்சு அப்படின்னா வந்து யூ டோன்ட் டேக் இட் இன் அ நெகட்டிவ் வே, யூ டேக் இட் இன் அ பாசிட்டிவ் வே. ஓகே நீங்க இப்படி சொல்றீங்களா, ஓகே தட்ஸ் அப் டு யூ, பட் நான் என்ன பண்ணுவேன், நான் காமிப்பேன் அப்படின்னு நீங்க வந்து அதை ஒரு சேலஞ்சா எடுத்து நீங்க பண்ணலாம். ஸோ தட் இஸ் ஹவு I always reacted to criticism and have that positive attitude. So I hope you guys will also do the same. So, any more questions, guys? Also, I have posted my LinkedIn link on the chat. So if you want to contact me further, if you need some guidance regarding coming to Germany or regarding machine learning, how to improve yourself in this or do some projects regarding machine learning, you can always contact me through LinkedIn. I would be really happy to help and guide my juniors.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for your interesting lecture. Kindly accept our appreciation for taking time to speak to our students on Dare to Dream Big. Just a thank you is a mighty powerful prayer. Now I would like to call Ms. Sona Shri from final year to deliver us the vote of thanks.
A very warm, crisp and a good Friday evening, everyone. I regard this as an honor and privilege to extend my vote of thanks on this occasion. Once a wise man said, the real gift of gratitude is the more grateful you are, the more present you become. Today, I would like to take this opportunity to put all my gratitude in the form of words. On behalf of all the students, I would like to thank our chief guest, Ms. PAVITHRAA Balaji, for taking her precious time out and delivering the guest lecture all the way from Germany. Thank you, ma'am. Indeed, your words have inspired us and have seeded positivity to dream big in our hearts. Thank you so much, ma'am. I thank our admirable correspondent, P. Sachidanandan, who had graced us with his guidance. We have been fortunate enough to be backed by our beloved principal, Dr. V. Balusamy. He has been a constant support and he gave us a lot of encouragement. Thank you, sir. I extend my sincere gratitude to the head of the Department of Computer Science and Engineering, Dr. N. Shanti, for helping us out whenever and wherever possible. Thank you, ma'am. I widen my sincere gratitude to the faculty and student coordinators of the Computer Science and Engineering Association for their continuous guidance and support in shaping our minds. I hold forth my sincere thanks to the office bearers of CSEA, the teachers and non-teaching staffs and fellow friends who made the event possible with their immeasurable amount of cooperation. Last but not least, I thank all my student friends for showing their interest in this guest lecture. I once again thank you everyone for making this guest lecture successful. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Sonashri. No matter what language we speak, a kind and smiling thank you always speaks to everyone's heart. With that being said, I would like to thank you all for your patience, time, your spirit, and participation. Thank you.
Thank you, Pavithra, for joining with us.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much again for the opportunity.
You already assured that you are going to give another talk. So we are waiting again.
Bring the beat back. Bring the beat back.